Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon OmegaRuby. I'm your host, PokeGamer. In the last episode, we made our way here to Mauville City. Met up with our little friendly rival, Wally. Battled him a little bit, and kind of explored around and did whatever. As you can see, there's a little bit like Street Pass things, because my 3DS, my other one was on with my AlphaSapphire, so I kind of brought over some of the quote-unquote news from that game. But yeah, so like I said, we kind of started on Mauville City in the last episode, took on Wally, and obviously did a bit of exploring. There's a lot to do and a lot to see here. This is kind of like one of those Lumio City type of statuses, but it's more so that whenever you get to the point where you can actually go to the Mauville Hills, because it's a little bit bigger. Not much really to do there, but it's just bigger. So yeah. So I guess we can kind of just like dive right in and start kind of covering a few things that have popped up on Serebii as of like the past 2 days. So I mean, I didn't see one of them yesterday, I think, whenever I recorded, because I recorded early in the morning. Kind of did the same again today. Kind of actually digging this, being able to record just before going to bed and then just uploading it and let it go live, you know, one of those type of deals. But yeah, anyways, like I said, let's just dive into some of the news that has been kind of posted on Serebii, and kind of talk about it a little bit, I guess, and then we'll move on to either more OmegaRuby, you know, talk, you know, in regards to generic whatever, or, you know, but yeah. A new promotion has been announced for the United States in GameStop, which is now being called MegaStop, until December 31st, when you can purchase a variety of Pokemon items at GameStop. You will be entered in sweepstakes to win digital booster packs for the trading card game online, and a chance to win either one of 50 special Pokemon Nintendo 3DS XLs for each code you redeem, or a trip to Hawaii if you redeem at least 2 codes. To enter, you need to redeem a code on your receipt on the official website. So you get a little, like a code on your receipt whenever you, like, I guess, purchase something Pokemon related. Maybe they have a way of inputting that in the computer to kind of add a little bit of a stamp as well as a little bit of a code over it to kind of allow you to redeem it. So yeah, the 3DS XLs, I'm gonna come back to this because like I really need to talk about this. This is like big to me because of the things that I can do. I do graphic stuff, so it's kind of what I'm going to be touching on. The other bit of quote-unquote news, the Greninja event, for those of you with the Japanese games, so pretty much no one watching, I'm assuming, but just in case there are Japanese viewers that understand a lick of English, because, you know, there are people out there that can, and people that might be like in the US or something that can, you know, use their Japanese cartridges, whatever. For those of you with the Japanese games, anyone that has one, of course, the Greninja distribution is now live. If you register Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 3DS and Pokemon OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire on Club Nintendo, then from today you shall be sent a serial code to access it. If you're downloading these games, you need to have your Club Nintendo account tied with your you know, 3DS that you're downloading on before the download of both games. So it can, and also this can be done until January 20th. So not sure how that works if you're trying to, like, if you're like a US player that likes to get the Japanese cartridges for whatever reason, especially now that you can kind of just choose your language for pretty much all the games, of course. The benefit of like the Japanese cartridge, I would assume, would be the only real benefit would be all the events that Japan gets that no one else in the world ever seems to get. But yeah. So that's kind of news for whoever has the Japanese games, of course. So considering it is also kind of like OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire relatable, we're gonna go, like I said, we're gonna come back to this. The 3DS XLs that you can get from redeeming these codes, they're legit. I mean, they're cool. I like their concept, everything like that. That's not the problem. For anyone who knows how to render images, aka pulling something from an image and removing the background, this might kind of trigger a bit of OCD in you, maybe. The 3DS XLs that are available to win here have both Groudon and Kyogre on them, and the thing that really kind of irritates me a bit is the fact that towards the corner, like, okay, let's say you have your 3DS closed, right? Towards where the camera is On the for the Groudon one, it would be, I guess, your bottom left. Groudon's completely cut off, basically. Like, you see its other leg, but it's kind of, it literally has like this straight line going through its leg. So it's kind of like cut off. So I don't know about anyone else, but I think that would really just irritate the hell out of me if I'm like looking at my 3DS and going, oh, well, gee, thanks. And the same basically applies to Kyogre, but it's on the bottom right of like the top screen on the opposite side of your, you know, outer camera. So, and its little fin, I guess that's what you might want to call it, its little fin's kind of like cut off. So, and it's cut off in like more than one spot. I can understand towards like the top, like where, you know, your cartridge goes in or whatever, I can understand that. But, really? I mean, you're really gonna cut it off? I don't know, like, it's something that really irritates me. I'd hate to win it just because, you know, then I'd feel like, you know, it could be a lot better than it actually is, and that I didn't really win much more than like a couple $100, and obviously you can't really complain about that, of course. But, I mean, it would just feel like you were handed a hand-me-down that is for some reason worth $200. That's just the way I see it, of course. So, I don't know. You can see like the mini versions of them over on Serebii. You kind of have to blow them up to kind of see it, like, you know, just to kind of see maybe the cutoff or whatever. I have it on my television and it's still kind of hard for me to see. Then again, I'm blind as hell, so I mean, I don't know. Just let me know what you guys think about it, because obviously, to me, as someone who works with graphics and knows how to renderize things, or at least to some extent, and fully understand like what it can actually look like after you pull something from an image, you know, I don't know. It's just something that bugs me. I wouldn't mind having another 3DS. I mean, for free, why not? But not really necessary for me specifically. But if you're looking for a 3DS, you can't really be a beggar and a chooser. So I mean, go for it if you want that opportunity to get a 3DS XL. I mean, a free XL is better than getting a regular 3DS, no shame. I mean, anyone who went from a regular 3DS to an XL is probably never going back to a regular 3DS unless they have no other choice but to get a regular 3DS as their capture card for recording, whether it be through Twitch or through YouTube. So, I mean, there's that. My first one was actually the regular one, then the XL came out. So technically I had one before the XL came out, so I have an excuse for having my regular one. And I really don't have much reason to get rid of it, despite the fact that I have now three 3DSs. So, I mean, that's kind of funny. Once the X and Y one came out, I decided I was going to get that, and I never once regretted it. I have the red one, the Yveltal and Xerneas one, and it's literally in my hand right here. I had the game on still, despite the fact that it, whatever. But like, they had this DS perfect, like literally perfect. Obviously, the Pokemon themselves were like really big and would obviously get cut off and whatnot, but they did it in a way that made it seem fluid, I guess is the best way to put it. You see Xerneas' feet cut off, you see part of its tail kind of fold into like the bend of the, like how it's curved. It kind of folds into that, and then it cuts off where the black meets the red, basically. And then you have the Yveltal, who kind of does the same. One of its wings gets cut off on the side, and its tail on the bottom gets kind of cut off, just like Xerneas' feet. By the way, gym leader. And for those of you who do not know who he is, I think that the one guy at the beginning kind of said his name. But if you weren't paying much attention to that, his name is Wattson. He's probably one of the most legit gym leaders to ever be created. He's cheery, he's old, he likes to make a whole bunch of cool contraptions, stuff like that. He's honestly one of the coolest dudes in Pokemon history, in my opinion. So, Gym Leader Wattson of the Mauville City Gym. I do hope you have a ground type, because if you couldn't tell from all the other trainers in here, except for the one with a Meditite, I don't know why the hell she's in here, but yes, he does use electric types, and he has Sturdy on all of his Pokemon. I think. Just to be on the safe side, I actually didn't use like I didn't try to OHKO his Magneton, which is his ace, and because I just didn't want to be like, oh well, you're just sturdy, and then I have to hit you again anyways. So I mean, that's basically why I did that. But I knew he was going to Super Potion here, which the Super Potion is more than enough to get it back all the way to full, therefore giving it sturdy again. I don't want to deal with that, so I just went with Tackle, not to like risk missing with Mud Bomb and then having to hit again with it and then have to hit again with something else. Even, I don't know if he has more than one potion either, so I just didn't want to deal with that. So considering there's a big threat on board, he probably wants to use his best Pokemon to try and have a chance of getting rid of it. Of course, everything he has can't really hit it for stab damage for the most part. I mean, water, the whole resisting thing of, you know, I think it resists steel too, I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm tired, it's 10:30 in the morning, I've been up for, I want to say 15 hours? I woke up around, actually no, I woke up around 7, so probably 9 hours, I guess, 9, 10, 11, I don't know, something like that. I've lost track in all honesty, and I'm too tired and well, not to really care about simple math, but whatever. Wattson's easy if you know what you're doing, of course. It's not hard to get a ground type, really. If I'm not mistaken, there's a few that you can get along the way. I think you can do, I can't remember the typing off the top of my head because I haven't really used it, but Nincada, I believe, is a ground bug type. You could always go with that. So I mean, because I think we water gun one a long time ago, super effective. I mean, I don't know. Again, brain juices aren't exactly working as well as they probably should. I'm slowly trying to push myself awake more and more each day, so that way I get to a point where I'm sleeping at night and waking up really early in the morning so I can record then, get everything scheduled to be uploaded later in the day, and then from there just do whatever I need to do. You know, one of those type of deals, get, you know, work done first, play later type of deal. One more thing I want to kind of mention that's not Pokemon related, because I'm sure that there might be one person, maybe two, that might watch my stuff every once in a blue moon that actually gives a shit about Elsword. There's been a little bit of a teaser kind of given out. I can't remember what it says off the top of my head, and for the fear of me like lagging out my Camtasia and then having to re-record everything because everything starts going kind of crap. I don't remember what it said, but they titled it "Brace Yourselves" and stuff like that, and it kind of has like this display image of a fox, and it has some text inside the fox. It's like, I think either a black background with like a white fox kind of head or something in there, something like that. I don't really remember, but I'm going to interrupt myself by the way. This guy gives you O powers, but we only get one from him. I'm assuming that he'll still be here whenever we like level up, and well, not level up, but get like past the next gym leaders and so on and so forth, and then you can come back and get more O powers, because you'll see when we go back in here, his dialogue will be the same, and obviously you can't get any more O powers from him. But anyways, like I was saying, the whole fox thing. There's only one fox character, quote unquote, in Elsword, and that would be Arahan. She currently has the Little Hyson, the Little Devil, the I forget what the Sakura Devnum, and the Yamaraja classes. She will be receiving the Little Spectre and the Asura classes over the span of maybe a month to a month and a half. So something for you guys to kind of look forward to. I'm actually looking forward to it myself. For anyone who actually cares about Elsword, that is. Anyways, we're pretty much out of time. So in the next episode, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through 117 and hopefully making it to the town that Wally went to. I forget what the name of that town is off the top of my head. But we'll be making our way there. Hopefully we'll get our next team member as well in the next episode, because we can find it on this route. So yeah, be sure to stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. And until next time, this is the PokeGamer signing out.